Let's continue with the lesson 20 concept that is commonly missed on the final exam, and that is calculating maximum profit. Jay's Nursery sells border plants for home gardeners at a discounted price of $12.99. Jay's has 335 plants it must sell. Fixed cost for all of these plants was $1,675 and variable costs are $365 each. What is the maximum profit to the nearest cent that Jay's will make if it sells all the plants at the discounted price? Okay, so once again, you need to hunt through the problem to figure out what kind of equations you're going to need. So I would start highlighting the variables that they mention. So they mention fixed costs, they mention variable costs, they mention maximum profit. So let's see if that is enough to get us somewhere. And it turns out that if you do hunt through your equation reference sheet, you'll find this equation. Maximum profit, which is our goal to figure out maximum profit, equals total cost at discounted price minus total variable cost plus total fixed cost. And this, I've adapted this equation slightly, so this would just be this could be total cost. I changed it to total cost at discounted price because in this case they're mentioning a discounted price, but you could plug in whatever selling price that they gave you. Now, again, so we have maximum profit. So what we're going to have to do to figure out the profit he's going to make is we're just saying, okay, well, this is all the money he's going to earn, right? And we're going to subtract off all the money he'll lose from the costs that he has to invest in these plants. And then we're going to figure out what his maximum profit is. So how well is he going to do if he sells these plants for $12.99? So we're going to break this into chunks. So first, what is the total cost at the discounted price? So he has discounted his price to $12.99 per plant, right? And he has 335 plants. So the total cost, the total amount of money he would earn if he sells each one for $12.99, and there are 335 of them, is $4,351.65. Okay, so total cost at discounted price, that's the money he's going to earn if he sells these plants at this price, is $4,351.65. Okay, so now we know that, and now we need to take a look at his variable and fixed costs. So his fixed costs are just that, they're fixed. So no matter what he does, he has certain fixed costs of 1,675. That's regardless of the number of units or anything else. So we already know that that's his total fixed cost. We do have to calculate total variable costs, right? And they even explain for us in the prompt. They say variable costs per plant are 365. So that means every plant has variable costs attached to it. So he's paying 365 per plant. Okay, so every one of those 335 plants has an additional cost of 365 each for him. Those are his variable costs. So we have to multiply 365 times 335. And these give us his total variable costs. So now we know his total variable costs, his total fixed costs right here, and we know how much money he could possibly make if he discounts and sells out. And so now we just set up our maximum profit equation. So his total cost, this is the total money he would profit by selling the plants at that price, minus his costs, right, his variable and fixed costs. So simplifying, the maximum profit he could make is $1,453.90. Now I think in this one, I don't think there's a specific, in my previous videos I've mentioned, this is the common mistake. This one doesn't seem to be the case. I think maybe it's just a matter of not having seen the lesson a bit, maybe confusing total and variable costs. It's hard to say. I haven't seen as definite of a pattern on this one as other ones. But I will take this opportunity instead to just give you, to focus on another general common mistake, which I mentioned in my video, prior video, which was just being really careful about answer formatting. Okay? Be very careful about answer formatting. And by that I mean paying attention to how they want you to give the answer. they will tell you, in this case they said to the nearest cent, so they'll usually give you that sort of information, if it's to the nearest cent, nearest dollar, etc. But be careful with your units. Are you answering something that is in dollars, that it's a percentage? I've seen a lot of students miss points because they got the correct number, but instead of writing, $14, they wrote 14%, and that is technically wrong because $14 and 14% are not the same thing. So be careful with your answer format, careful with your units, careful with your rounding, okay? See you on the next video.